Hello, everybody. Welcome to Learning House, how to choose a school. Is it worth going to a famous school? What's the difference actually between an Ivy League and a state school? In the United States alone, there are over 4,000 schools. While you're choosing which school to go to, start out with your aim and then do your research. Where do you want to go? Who do you want to be? What do you want to become? Then look at programs. What kind of jobs, what kind of career would that degree program set you up for? Whether it's bachelor's program, you're going for undergraduate education, whether you are already established in your field, maybe you've been working and you have some professional experience. Now you're looking at master's programs. Maybe you've reached the point where you've decided you need a PhD to continue on your career path. You want to teach, you want to do research, you want to work in a lab. Which program is best for you? First off, certificate courses. So these are programs that are specialized. They're for work purposes. So say you are already working on a job and you need technical knowledge, or you're looking for some extra skills to boost your resume or make it so you look a little bit more competitive. These certificates are faster to complete than an actual degree. The emphasis is on practice, not on academic research or theory. This is really about skills that you can take into a work setting. The cost here usually is not as expensive as an actual degree. The next option that I want to present to you, community colleges. A community college is not a place where you live on campus. This isn't the traditional college experience that you might think about when you think of American education. They offer 2 to 3 year courses. Associate's degrees are awarded. Community colleges have easier admissions requirements. If you're not so confident about yourself as a candidate and your grades aren't as good as you want them to be, you could start at a community college, do really well there, and then transfer into a traditional 4-year college or university. Many community colleges have arrangements between their programs and also the bachelor's or the 4 years program. So if you do well, you're already granted admission into the 4-year program. A lot of community colleges, they have writing programs, they have career offices. You can really get the attention that you need to focus on your academic and career goals. Now, state universities, these are public universities. Students who live in that state often have a lower tuition cost. The admissions is moderately competitive, but here at state universities, you'll be able to find all the programs. So bachelor's, master's, PhD. They have a lot of offerings for students there on campus. The campus is almost like a small town. There's a library and gym and coffee shops and study areas and computer labs and a lot of facilities. Ivy League schools are a group of schools, highly competitive, and the academic programs are fairly challenging. Columbia, Cornell, Brown, Dartmouth, Harvard, Pennsylvania, Princeton, Yale, they're expensive, but for deserving students, scholarships are an option. What is right for you, for your own student profile? How good of a student have you been? What are your goals? What's your financial situation? In the United States, there are states that are cheaper to live in. It's not just your school that you're attending, but also daily costs of living. On the left side, I have where I went for my bachelor's program, the University of Colorado in Boulder. Boulder is surrounded by Flatirons. It's really a beautiful setting. And then we have Columbia, where I did my master's. This is an Ivy League school. It's located in New York. Their main campus is right in Manhattan. There's a lot of energy, a lot of culture. It's very lively. Campus is something that you want to consider while you're looking at schools, where your class is located, where are the facilities. Boulder, Colorado is super sunny. Yes, there's snow. Yes, there's 4 seasons. There's dance, there's drama, there's magazine, there's student government. In New York, same. There's choir, dance, music, radio, government, yearbook, if you're interested in publishing. Because of where it's located in Manhattan, you have access to a lot of different arts, music, libraries, a lot of cultural things. In Boulder, there is that, but not to the same degree that you'd find in Manhattan. Boulder, you're surrounded by beautiful hiking trails, so that it's a very active student population. So lifestyle is something that you want to consider when you're looking at and deciding which school do you want to go to. What are they known for? Colorado is known for being very liberal, open-minded. Columbia, there's been a lot of political discussions and rallies and events, also liberal because where it's located. You're going into school, but at the end of the day, you're a student, you're a human, you have interests. You want to address those when you're thinking about which school is right for you. A school could be famous, but maybe they're not famous in the area that you are interested in. Look at the department, look at the professors. What's the faculty like? What offerings do they have for you as a student in terms of class sizes, resources? A lot of programs have big lectures. So you're actually in a hall, and then later you have a smaller class run by a teacher's assistant. If you want a smaller environment and you want more personal attention, that's something to remember. If you don't mind being in a group and you like that, maybe you're a little bit more reserved and introverted, that's fine too. Know your strengths, then you can make choices accordingly. A lot of schools require freshmen to live on campus. What could you be comfortable in, and mentally prepare yourself for what that's going to look like? Participating yourself, whether it's club or intramural, or attending and going to watch your team play basketball or football or volleyball or soccer. You have mascots. There will be a logo that everyone rallies behind. How many international students are on campus? What are the resources that are going to be available to you when you go to a new place and you're living there? It's helpful to have other people that you can talk to and ask questions. Sometimes you get homesick, so having people with you can help. After you graduate, how many students are getting employed within 6 months if you are going to school to further your job opportunities? What salary do people start at? What do you need to apply? How many recommendations do they want to see? Do they have a minimum GPA? Do they require your resume or CV? What scores do they want for standardized tests? The other common application requirement is for an English language test. So whether that's IELTS or TOEFL, more competitive schools like Columbia, they want at least a 7 on your IELTS. The other statistic that's important is what percentage is admitted. At CU Boulder, their admissions rate is quite high. At Columbia, admissions is very competitive. The other piece of applying is how much money are you paying for your application? Email the admissions department. Ask if they do application fee waivers. Explain, listen, I'm from Nepal. I'm interested in the social work program. I'm applying for the upcoming fall semester. Do you offer fee waivers? Ask questions. Don't be afraid to email the admissions department and say, hey, I'm applying. I want to make sure that I have all the information correct. Open up the line of communication between you and the admissions department so they remember, oh, Susmita from Pokhara, I remember her. If we can help you, let us know, and see you next time. Namaste.